Welcome to Motherland. On behalf of the whole team in Europe and in Africa, I'd like to invite you to learn more about us. We call ourselves an ecosystem orchestrator, and what that means will become evident during this presentation. We, as the founders of Motherland, have worked with startups across the globe. And what we've learned is that solutions for the most pressing challenges are already built by the people and for the people. And this is the reason why we believe that impact entrepreneurship is the driving force behind solving the global challenges. And we know these. We don't really have to reiterate them. Inequality, collapse of ecosystems, economic inequality, are just a few. And all of them are accelerated by the climate emergency. And what that means is that in our analysis, all of these challenges accumulate at the local level for the community and their people. And this makes it our mission to accelerate the development of communities towards self-sufficiency and self-reliance with existing solutions created by tech startups. While this is a global situation, we could have started anywhere, but we chose Africa. Why? We chose Africa because according to the Human Development Index, Africa has not only the lowest stage of development, especially when corrected for inequality, but it also faces the most significant growth in population over the next coming decades. So there will be 1.5 billion people between the age of 16 and 65 and 800 million under the age of 15 by 2050. And this is an enormous opportunity. We want to unleash or help unleash the ingenuity, culture, and the talent, excellence, passion of everyone on this continent. We went through a participatory process with our African network to understand exactly their challenges firsthand and to find these opportunities. We learned what is required to build a local economic engine for sustainable development. And step one, with Motherland, we support building and starting this engine by bringing together the infrastructure provided by African startups and the communities. The infrastructure will then solve the structural problems of the community and kickstart the economic engine. In step two, this will create local entrepreneurship. Ventures will spring up on top of the infrastructure. People will have better access to markets, especially local markets. They have access to continuous learning. They will enhance value creation, support the local value chain, and create wealth locally. An example is the smallholder farmer. Growing local and specific demands will help the farmers grow and serve local businesses and feed their community. And both developments will then lead to the job creation in the agricultural sector and the ventures that have been created in the community. And then last but not least, it will be paramount that education and learning by experience become an integral part of the engine for continuous development, further integration of the value chain. In other words, the whole community takes part in this. We started in 2020, and we involved many African entrepreneurs, innovators, change makers, farmers to get a really deep understanding of the challenges and the opportunities. And then as a result of this process, we defined the post-harvest value chain as the catalyst for systemic change. We then built up a database of 324 qualified African startups that already are providing solutions in the post-harvest value chain. Our next big step is to run a minimum viable product, MVP, to apply all of these learnings and our understanding and our process to the local community in Africa. So we have to do it in the real world. For example, in South Africa, our strong local team there interviewed 5 different communities to find a perfect candidate for our MVP. And a couple of weeks ago, we finally selected the one in the neighborhood of Vembe, northeast of Johannesburg. Based on the results and the learnings of the Vembe MVP, we will then be prepared to take the next step and run a fully fledged accelerator program. So to further selected communities. So we can impact 500 plus smallholder farmers and 500 plus community members with the solutions provided by the accelerator startup. Prepare for taking these solutions and implementing them with our experienced team in a structured way is then the final step in the chain to scale this up. Because this is also the prerequisite for Motherland becoming financially viable in the long term. We are building a business model that will attract growth capital from impact investors to invest in the Motherland platform and benefit with positive impact and financial returns.